This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Armed men robbed a constable of firearm and cash. Police officers from the St. Catharines South Division are currently trying to locate two men who robbed a constable in a section of Portmore in the parish on Sunday afternoon. The lawman, who was assigned to the Caymanas police station, was fleeced of his licensed firearm containing 17 rounds and $25,000 in cash. Police reports are that about 3:20 p.m., the 54-year-old, after leaving his farm where he had gone to check on his animals, stopped along a section of Granger Lane to correct a mechanical issue which his vehicle had developed. While the policeman made checks, armed men approached him from behind and instructed him to lay face down on the ground. The constable received minor injuries as he was kicked in his lower back by one of the men. Both men escaped on foot after the attack. Carpenter shot dead in sudden attack in Westmoreland. The Westmoreland police are probing the circumstances surrounding Saturday night's shooting death of a carpenter in his community in the parish by unknown assailants. The deceased has been identified as 38-year-old Tyrone James of an Alder, Westmoreland address. Reports are that about 9:30 p.m., James was standing along a roadway when he was pounced upon and shot by armed men. He was taken to the hospital where he died while undergoing treatment. The Bluefields police, who are investigating, have not yet established a motive behind the deadly attack. Tapper takes Olympic bronze in 100-meter hurdles. National champion Megan Tapper snatched a surprising bronze medal in the 100-meter hurdles at the Tokyo Olympics, running 12.5 seconds in the finals to become the first ever Jamaican medal winner in the event at the Olympics. Tapper was drawn in lane 9 and came from well behind over the last two barriers to edge Nigeria's Toby Amuson, who ran 12.60 seconds. Her Jamaican teammate Brittany Anderson, who ran a personal best of 12.40 seconds in the semifinals, finished in 8th place in 13.24 seconds. Puerto Rico's Jasmine Camacho Quinn won in 12.37 seconds, with world record holder Kendra Harrison of the USA second in 12.52 seconds. Vaccines for children with comorbidities to be made available soon. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has announced that children with underlying conditions will soon have access to vaccines to protect them from the severe effects of COVID-19. The ministry is currently administering the AstraZeneca brand of vaccine, but is only offering it to persons who are 18 years and older. The ministry is currently administering the AstraZeneca brand of vaccine, but is only offering it to persons who are 18 years and older. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bessesa McKenzie has said that the ministry recognizes there are children who fall in the high-risk category for COVID-19, whose needs require particular attention, and expects to receive the appropriate vaccine for their needs over the next couple of weeks. The World Health Organization's Strategic Advisory Group of experts has concluded that the Pfizer and BioNTech vaccine is suitable for use by people aged 12 years and above. It says children between 12 and 15 years old who are at high risk may be offered this vaccine alongside other priority groups for vaccination. Man murdered in Yorktown, Clarendon. A brazen daylight shooting that left one man dead on Sunday in Yorktown, Clarendon, has ignited calls by the Councillor for the Yorktown Division, Uphell Purcell, for a plan of action to address crime in the community. The deceased has been identified as 48-year-old farmer O'Neill McLean, otherwise called Hunter. It is reported that about 11:15 a.m., McLean and a friend were on the deceased man's farm in Yorktown when they were pounced upon by masked gunmen who opened fire, hitting McLean several times. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The friend reportedly escaped unhurt. Purcell described the murder as disturbing. On a day called Emancipation Day, a day when our forefathers fought for us to be free, it is heartrending and disturbing to know that persons can go and shoot someone who is just trying to make a living. He was on his farm looking after his animals, and the gunmen just pounced upon him, shot him, and killed him. He told the news that crime has been plaguing the community for years, and the residents have been calling for the matter to be addressed. The Yorktown that we are hoping to come back to is getting worse and worse. Crime is plaguing the community, and the citizens are sick and tired of it. Children are hurting because some of them are going without a mother or a father just because of the power of the gun, he bemoaned. The councillor posited that increased police presence and a gun recovery strategy might be effective in bringing peace to troubled communities. The only way to curb the violence is to get rid of the guns. The gunmen have the guns and you catch them and lock them up 10 million times, and their gun is still out and is still doing harm, said Purcell. Investigation into yesterday's killing by the police is ongoing. As at July 29, Clarendon recorded 56 murders and 37 shootings. Number of motorcyclists killed in traffic crashes near the 100 mark. With 7 months gone in the year, the number of motorcyclists killed on the nation's street is racing towards the 100 mark, with 97 of them perishing in traffic crashes up to July 29. This is an increase of 23% when compared to similar period in 2020, according to the Road Safety Unit, which is located in the Ministry of Transport and Mining. According to the Road Safety Unit, 20 multiple fatal collisions have occurred, resulting in 48 fatalities as at July 29. At the same time, there were 16 fatal crashes involving pedal cyclists, resulting in 15 fatalities as at the same date. Meanwhile, 275 persons have perished in motor vehicle crashes since the start of the year, with fatal crashes and fatalities increasing by 11% and 12% respectively when compared to the corresponding period in 2020. With 53 pedestrians also killed since January 1, the category called vulnerable road users, that is pedestrians, pedal cyclists, motorcyclists and pillion riders, account for 62% of all road deaths combined. This has been the trend over the past 5 years for this category of road users, with motorcyclists generally faring the worst. Meanwhile, the Road Safety Unit is reporting that fatalities for 2021 are projected to decrease by 3%. At the same time, pedestrian fatalities are projected to increase by 7%. Private motor vehicle passenger fatalities are projected to increase by 11%. Private motor vehicle drivers' fatalities are projected to increase by 3%. Motorcyclist fatalities are projected to decrease by 11%, and pedal cyclist fatalities for 2021 are projected to decrease by 24%. Male accounts for 87%, while females account for 13% of all road fatalities so far this year. 191 new COVID-19 cases, 4 more deaths. Jamaica has recorded 4 more COVID-19 fatalities, pushing the tally to 1,200. The deceased are a 73-year-old man from Hanover, an 84-year-old man from Westmoreland, a 54-year-old woman from Westmoreland, and an 83-year-old woman from Kingston and St. Andrew. 1 more fatality is under investigation, moving that figure to 106. Meanwhile, there were 191 new cases, with ages ranging from 3 months to 94 years, pushing the total to 53,428, with 4,826 being active. Of the new cases, 104 are women and 87 are men. Westmoreland accounts for the majority of the new infections, with 45 cases being recorded, followed by St. James with 39, then Kingston and St. Andrew with 31. A total of 1,749 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate stands at 26.4%. In the meantime, there were 39 more recoveries, increasing the total to 47,040. Some 204 persons are in hospital, with 49 being moderately ill and 26 critically ill. 11 persons are in government quarantine, while 48,868 are at home. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.